all guy podcasts are all going to be weird. It is actually a very touching story.
No one's saying any of this.
They are! I can see them!
Lads.
I think we should.
Get out of my head!
What is going on, guys, and welcome to TalkBits. This is a podcast brought to you by the 4-Bit crew. Firstly, if you've already subscribed, commented, liked, all that sort of stuff, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And we see you out there. We see you riffing in the comments now. It's really good to see. If you are brand new here, please consider doing one of those things. Hit subscribe. Join in the fun, because why not, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What are these boys doing over here?
Sorry.
We're McSwayin. I'm going to jump in with an interesting question, which is suitable with how things are moving forward and things are becoming more, I can't think of a better word than futuristic, but that's not what I mean. Modern.
Okay.
There's a lot more of, obviously, downloading on everything. Download your music, download your games, download everything, right?
Yeah.
No one seems to own anything physical anymore. Would you guys, in the sense of gaming or anything, do you like to physically have something? So the question is, physically buy it or download it when it comes to anything at all?
Right, I
I
understand.
would like to download my car.
I was going to say the same joke! You wouldn't download a car?
Would you download a handbag?
You wouldn't steal a car! Though.
Bishop,
God.
you can tell we're from the 90s when blooming that advert at the cinema, do you remember?
Yeah.
But what would you rather do? Do you like owning it, or would you rather...
Well, we still own it.
Well, you know what I mean, though. Physically have it. Or...
No.
Okay.
No, you don't, Robbie. No, you don't.
I think the T's and C's is that you are.
Well, think about Steam, right?
It.
Okay.
Think about Steam, and you have a game. Now, Steam's obviously a bit different because, you know, it's all like on PC and all this sort of stuff. But the difference between having a game that you've bought on Steam and having a game where you've bought it for your console and it's a disc is that no one can get rid of your disc.
True.
Do you know what I mean? If Steam were to just shut down and it's gone forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this
a very good point.
This is a point that doesn't come into the physical ownership of your games because it's nothing to do with whether you have a physical copy of it or not. It's to do with DRM, and DRM is on a game whether you own it physically or buy it online.
Oh, what? So it registers to the machine?
Well,
if you buy
it's
it
digital
on
rights management. So it's basically no matter what game you're talking about, if it's a game that has the restrictions to not play it unless you're online, then you can buy. You could buy Call of Duty.
Yeah.
In the shop on a disc, you could take it home, and if where was I going with this?
Stick with it, Nate.
If they wanted to switch it off, they
Right.
could.
Yeah.
Basically, if they wanted to flick the switch and turn you off, they have the ability to do that.
Yeah, but that's only
whether
if the
you
game's-
own that disc or not. There's nothing to do with downloading the game.
Yeah, but that's only if it's online. So it's like it's not going to be like Crash Bandicoot, is it? Like for my PlayStation 1.
Yeah, because I suppose
They can't turn that off.
Yeah, I know, but this is what I'm saying. My point is that even if you buy a disc of a game, it might not be an online game. It's the DRM and the rights of how they set up the game that may mean that you can't play it even if you're not connected to the internet.
Yeah, but that's scummy. People hate that though.
Yeah, but
that's
it's a thing.
That was when remember when Xbox were like, you won't be able to use your Xbox unless you're connected to the internet, and everyone's like, boo.
I didn't.
No.
Do you know
Do you
what?
not remember when that came out?
Talk about it. No, I missed it.
It's not a thing now.
No, it's not.
yeah.
They backtracked on it.
Yeah.
It is when the Xbox One was coming out, and this is probably why the start of the fall of Xbox and all this sort of stuff, right? It's because they were like, you won't be able to play your Xbox unless you're connected to the internet. And it's just like, what are you on about?
That's dumb.
I bet there's loads of people out there that still play not connected to the internet at all. I bet there's loads of solo gamers that are just
there are.
playing single player.
Some people don't have internet.
Yeah, some people out there still don't have. I wonder what the percentage is. We'll do a closest wins on that maybe. What percentage of the world aren't using the internet?
But to answer your question, in terms of let's say games, the only games where I have physical copies for is Nintendo.
Okay.
On anything. So I have like GameCube games and all that sort of stuff. But Switch games, I also prefer to buy them because one, you'll always probably find it cheaper as its cartridge form. Because if you try and buy a Nintendo game on the Nintendo eShop, they never reduce their prices. Nintendo are absolutely diabolical for that. They will never reduce anything.
Completely, yeah. Like I swear, Mario Odyssey, isn't it that one? I think that's been 50 or 60 quid forever.
Yeah, and
it's never gone down in price.
Yeah, or something like that, right?
Something crazy.
So yeah, there will still be things that I'd buy physical, but it's only due to like pricing things and not due to I don't own it sort of thing.
And the problem with physical is you buy it physical and then you've still got an 80 gig download anyway.
Yeah.
So
as soon as it goes in the tray and it shuts, well, that's old school. You put it in the thing.
Yeah, well, you need a tray if it's physical, don't you?
Yeah.
PlayStation 5's got both options, but they won't in the future. They'll probably just be discless.
Yeah,
computers you don't buy discs.
No, mine doesn't even have a disc tray. But with PlayStation, that brings me on to wasn't there this whole thing where they're suing PlayStation or Sony about how much money they're charging for digital downloads? Have you seen that? So something where there's a massive, I don't know if it's a court case yet, but I've read it online somewhere where Sony are in a bit of a pickle because they're overcharging for all their games on their marketplace. But yeah, worth a look.
There's a podcast that I watch separately, and don't go and watch their one.
Is it called TalkBits?
No, stick with our one.
Yeah,
don't go and watch the All In podcast. But yeah. Within that, they're talking about the Apple issue. So, as you know, obviously you download your apps from the App Store, and Apple place a little bit of a surcharge on that. I think it's about 30%.
It's 30%.
Yeah, according to the other one. And so there's a whole court case in place for that, but I don't know about the Sony one.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that later.
Interesting.
But yeah.
What would you say if it wasn't with the price? Like if you assume that the price is always identical, which obviously in the real world it won't be, but if it was, what would be your opinion?
I would just download just for convenience. I'm lazy.
Same.
I'm lazy like that. You know,
Yeah.
I CBA to go get it, and it's like I have to cart around. Like if I want to play lots of games on like a trip or something, I got to cart around my little. I mean, I have a case and it has things to put it in, but it's like it's just there, convenient. Boom, done. Don't need a Switch.
I just don't think there's much benefit anymore.
No.
To buy physical.
No.
I'll tell you what though.
Oh, but it feels good to blow into a Nintendo 64.
Like a harmonica.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Feels good to blow, doesn't it?
Me and Nathan spoke. Okay, let's just give the guys a second. You ready? Me and Nathan. Do you remember we spoke about Super Mario 3D All Stars on the Switch?
Yes, I do.
You know where I'm going with this?
I do.
So the physical version of that game came out for a limited time because of Mario's anniversary or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a HD remaster of Sunshine,
Yeah.
Galaxy,
64.
and 64. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could get it at its normal price. I think it was even like 30 quid or something. It was really reasonable. And then they wouldn't sell a physical copy anymore. After a month, that was it. You can get it again. I got the physical copy. On Amazon now, it's like 130 quid to buy a physical one new.
Yeah,
And that's an example of like, you know, those physical ones which are worth money.
Because when Jack was saying about you just download it, I just know that anyone who's into crypto is going to be like, oh, but that's a centralized system, and like you were saying, they can shut you down. Right?
Yeah,
they can turn it off.
That's why people don't like things like Epic Games, Steam, that sort of stuff, because it's like you don't own it, and it's not like on your PC. It's not like you've downloaded it to your PC as well. It's connected to them.
Yeah.
I have to have Steam to play the game that I downloaded from Steam.
Yeah.
I have to have Epic Games to play the game from Epic Games. It's not like I have it. I bought it, it's mine.
And you're locked in.
And
You're
with
locked into that platform.
With what you've said, is that almost a little bit similar with exclusivity for Halo for Xbox and Crash Bandicoot not Crash Bandicoot, whatever for PlayStation? Does that kind of have a similar vibe where you have to have Steam to play certain bits, or am I barking up the wrong tree completely?
I think that's just a different
thing
like
entirely.
Exclusives and all that sort of stuff, and that's just how they get you, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
get me.
I'm going to give you a quick answer, though. I'm
Go
a
on.
bit of a minimalist.
Yeah.
So I would like to try and have as less amount of things as possible
Same.
in the house.
So you don't want like
So
a disc rack
I
full
don't want
of games?
No, I don't want a DVD rack full of
Get it.
DVDs. I don't want a disc rack. I don't want a drawer full of games. I don't want any
Yeah.
of that. I want it really nice and clean.
And then
Do
that
you remember when people had
binders? Yeah, I've got a
full-
Spyro one
Yeah.
still, bro.
Yeah,
When you
like
flick through.
binders full of games,
100%,
right?
yeah.
But there's a little bit of me that still likes that. When I see it, and like if I go in the loft or whatever, and I'm flicking through, I'm like, oh, cool, all the physical games.
For me, it's charming for a little bit.
Yeah,
it's
charming's the word.
got a nice nostalgia feel to it, and then after a while, I go, right, where can I put this out of the way?
Yeah, to never see it
I
again.
don't want it in the way.
No,
Yeah, but also, everything used to be when we were obviously buying our physicals. Well, actually, probably it still is. Yeah, absolutely still is. Sorry, I'm not collecting my thoughts very well. On CDs, and CDs are like the worst form of storage.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's so many
4
different
gig.
types of storage,
Yeah.
and CDs are like the worst ones, and they're the ones that stuck.
I see a bit of technology where it's actually going back to CDs now. But like they can burn so much data into CDs now that actually there's an element of that may be helpful.
Well, that's what your hard drive's
Yeah.
always been,
Yeah.
isn't it? Before you went solid,
Right.
they are
Right.
discs. They are literally discs, but I just can't believe that CDs are still used for the likes of PS5 and Xbox.
Yeah.
But it's because that's how ingrained it is as a storage format. If you look back throughout, not just gaming, but like storage in general, as in terms of like your more general consumer storage,
Yeah.
it's like there's been so, especially if you look from like the 80s forward, there's so many different types of storage that phase out so quickly with each one.
Yeah.
And CDs came, they stuck, and it hasn't changed.
I wonder if the games industry should have gone down. I don't know if they did or not, but should have gone down a route where it's like, you know how like Blu-rays, right? Still a thing, right?
Well, Blu-rays are just CDs as well.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when you buy a Blu-ray, you normally get exclusives based on the fact that you have a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, I think this. I know you guys don't watch anime, but there's an anime called Jujutsu Kaisen. It came out on Crunchyroll. And the animation for it was kind of like, because they're in crunch and they have to rush, right? And the animation was kind of like, meh. But when it came out on Blu-ray, the animation was fully done and there was additional fight scenes.
Oh, okay. Purpose to get it.
So why is it that the movie industry is still going and uses exclusives in this sort of sense with Blu-rays, but then games don't? You know?
Don't know, mate.
Yeah.
And I've had another
It's digital.
random thought off the back of that. So Nintendo went kind of cartridges for the 64, or I can't really think further about than that. But then it went to like disc for a bit for like Wii U, Wii, and then it went back to like little cartridges for the Switch. Well, not cartridges, but you know, little cards. It's
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
how they've kind of bounced from cartridges to discs, back to SDs, card style stuff, and PlayStation and Xbox and whatever. They've stuck to discs the whole time, haven't they?
I love
I
how
find that
there's
quite interesting.
I love how there's a generation where it's like they went to mini disc, GameCube.
yeah.
And that's another thing where Nintendo have done something weird.
Yeah,
like,
but,
why have they?
yeah, but look at PlayStation, PSP.
True.
Do you remember those things?
Those little weird in the plastic.
In the
In the
plastic.
plastic.
I
Yeah.
don't remember what they look like.
They're like
remember.
mini
Oh,
discs in like a weird white plastic case thing that
Yeah.
you slot in and close. I
Well
forgot
weird.
about them. They
Yeah.
were weird.
I was watching Dodgeball on my PSP the other day.
Yeah,
So,
you just
yeah.
really bizarre.
Go watch the podcast in the past. But that
I guess
joke,
they were just like
can't remember which one.
cased CDs, weren't they?
Yeah.
Really?
yeah,
Protect
yeah,
the disc to be
casing,
fair, wouldn't it?
it's casing.
Again, it's disk storage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just always disk storage.
Viewers, if you are brand new here, you wouldn't know. We play a game called Closest Wins on the podcast. Really straightforward. Play along at home and put your scores in the comments. I ask a question. Whoever guesses closest wins. It really is that easy. So, mind blown.
Who knew?
The scores so far, we've got Rich on 6, Hike is on 4, Nath's on 1, Rob is on 1. So, Rich is, he's a fair way ahead, but Hike's catching up.
Hello.
Hello. So, we've seen your comments. We've been on TikTok. We've been on YouTube, obviously. That's a ridiculous thing that I've just said, isn't it?
What?
Yeah.
YouTube.
I've looked through the comments, and there's a lot of you chatting in there, and it's really, really cool to see with a few closest wins suggestions. So we're going to take one of those today. Back in Pod 6, we did PS5 sales worldwide, and everyone was slating Robbie for his 700 million plus guess, and people were actually kind of horrible.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. But someone in the comments said, do Nintendo Switch next.
Alrighty.
Let's do Nintendo Switch. So, guys, how many Nintendo Switches have sold worldwide since
1
release?
billion.
Robbie's going to give some crazy answer again.
Oh my god, Rob. Do you not understand that some people can't afford to buy a console?
Guys,
There's still 6 billion people without him. Or 7 billion probably now.
Nintendo Switch sales worldwide. Confirmed.
So, It's just total units.
Total units.
That's it. Okay.
Really hard to
to
get
remind
at
you,
that
PS5 was 50 million.
I was about to ask if.
Oh,
had
you
reminded
should
of that
not have said that
Sorry, have I ruined
because
everything?
I wanted them to forget.
It
'Cause
wasn't
I
50.
remembered.
It wasn't 50 million. But you know, I will give you guys a clue here. PS2 sales was about 115 to 130, something like that. So I don't know if that helps at all, actually.
This PS2 was the best selling one,
PS2
wasn't it?
huge, yeah, led the way for the sales, as far as I can tell.
So wait, the 50 mil was PlayStation 5, wasn't
Correct.
it? Yeah. Okay.
Right,
Nintendo
I'm
Switch.
confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
I feel like I'm confident.
Okay.
But I could be actually very wrong.
High being confidence going to really close the gap for top place.
It's funny
So-
because I said I'm confident and I'm like, I'm actually not.
Yeah, you're just saying it to
just
psych
said
out
it,
Rich.
yeah.
Have you written yours?
Yeah, I have.
Because mine's on the table. I don't want you peeking.
I'm not going to change.
I'm going to change.
They're locked in on that side of the room.
Yeah, I'm not going to
I'm
change.
going to change mine once you've written your number.
Yeah.
I've already had it in my mind. I just see yours, but I've done it.
Okay.
Oh,
20.
No, don't say. Come on. Right, after
I-
you, Stewie.
Take it.
Oh,
I want to go. I don't want to go first.
All right. Nate, who wants to go first, guys?
Do you know, you
know
always do
what?
what Jack says.
I always like going
A few
high.
episodes ago, I said, I don't want Jack to go first. You were like, no, I always pick Jack first. But then Jack's like, I don't want to go
What
first.
do you wanna
You're like,
do?
no, you don't go first.
What do you wanna
Special
do?
treatment. See this?
I'll go first.
What do you
This
wanna
is this is why we have to keep you guys separate as well.
I
This
don't
is
care.
why I can't play.
Best friends.
Pick
Don't
who
like
goes
us,
first.
Rich. Don't like us.
Favoritism.
I want Jack to go first.
Jack, go first.
70 million.
70 mil. Cool.
115 mil.
115, yeah? Not 11.5. 'cause
No,
it
no,
looks like an
115.
11.5. but
Oh
it's-
no, that's
Is that
115
million or billion?
mil?
Okay,
That's why there's
just
mil there.
checking, Rob.
25 million.
Cool. Nintendo Switch sales.
150
million.
Which is kind of weird you put that, considering we just said 125 was PlayStation 2 and it's the most sold console. But
Well, I might have made a mistake when I said that.
really?
Yeah.
I
Did,
don't-
you,
I
did you
don't-
use my logic to try and do your
No,
answer?
He didn't say
Yeah.
most sold.
Yeah, because I had 190 first.
I think I said one of the best or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't say
Oh.
most sold.
Redundant though if you had 190 first, because the answer is 139 million.
139
Jesus.
Well, I
million.
didn't expect to be that close, but I did know that the Switch far outsold
Yeah.
PS5 and Xbox.
So
Yeah,
and
I knew that
I
as
find
well,
that really
yeah.
interesting because I never really think it does very well. I don't know why I think that, but I always think Xbox and PlayStation or whatever. But the Switch is
No,
huge.
Xbox
Huge.
and PlayStation are actually like garbage in comparison.
Oh, do you know? I've just realised something actually.
I don't know about that.
I think
Not
that,
garbage,
I
but-
think the Switch is quite a different offer, and so.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Handheld.
So what I'm trying to say is that Xbox and PlayStation will be fighting over the same crowd, like the
Exactly.
same sort of people. Whereas like, yeah, the Switch and the Wii and stuff like that is just different
I
population.
think that Nintendo are the last of the true gaming console.
Yeah.
Really.
I truly believe that because PS5 and Xbox are entertainment systems. That's what they are.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Interesting point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I really
very,
mean
Now you
very
said
true.
it. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about it that
To be
way.
fair, you can still get like YouTube and all that sort of stuff on Switch, but it's
No one does that.
No.
it's not really made for that. You know?
Is that what you mean by entertainment systems? That they got all the other stuff in there as well?
Yeah, it's like people buy a PS5, for example, so that they can play some of the PS5 games, but they'll also go into it to use Netflix and YouTube and all those different
Yeah.
things and make any
Yeah.
TV a smart TV.
Yeah.
And when you buy a Switch, you buy a Switch because you cannot play their games anywhere
Anywhere
else.
Yeah.
else.
Right.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah.
But you can't name a PS5. Well, you haven't got a PlayStation, have you? You got
No.
an Xbox. You don't have either, do you?
No, I'm just PC guy now.
PC.
Yeah. But exactly,
Like most of the world.
your PC, because we all grew up playing consoles and then realised that we can play all the exclusives on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't do that with Nintendo either.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo-
Yeah, you're right.
And I don't know why. I might sound silly saying it, but PlayStation and Xbox is all very, very serious for me in my mind. Whereas when you're on the Nintendo, it just feels just funner,
Childish.
funner, like just more entertaining.
It's all like
I don't know
newest
why.
engine,
Yeah.
highest graphics.
Yeah. And
Get
Nintendo are just
see
like
the body in 3D.
exactly.
But Nintendo is just like, go have fun,
We're
bro.
gonna do us. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing our thing.
You catch that Pokemon.
Or that pal
Whoa.
Well,
World.
That was smooth. 139 million was the answer. Nathan scores a point, so
He's on the
slowly catching.
Yeah.
Robbie leaves Robbie on one. But you got back at the comments because actually you were second on that one with your big answer. So well done.
Yeah, fuck you, comments.
Comets.
Comments.
Do you guys remember Comet, that electrical shop?
Yeah.
Dixon's
yeah,
and Comet.
I remember.
And all that.
Yeah.
I used to work in a Comet.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was that?
Not the Hikes Adventure, but
Wasn't that regional comment?
You did used to work in a Comet.
yeah.
I remember when you used to work in that Comet.
Yeah, I used to
not
work
a
in it.
specific one.
I used to sell.
Comments.
So when I was a student, Microsoft student ambassador, and
Yep.
I used to sell Microsoft Office, and I used to work in a Comet, and then
Flying
I
through space.
changed to a PC World because Comet got rid of. They got rid of all the Comets, didn't they?
And Jack hooked me up
I
and
remember it.
got me a job as well, doing
Yeah.
the same thing, and I was posted up in the John Lewis in Norwich.
Yeah.
Suave.
Yeah, John Lewis, yeah.
Cool. We're gonna move on. This is a funny one. We're not
You'll be the
old.
judge of that.
We're not old. It is funny. I'm hilarious. It's not old. No, we're not old, but we're getting older. Okay. So what is something now that you're older that you now get excited about? Now pause.
Sweet
Nothing
embrace of
rude.
death.
Nothing rude.
as soon as he said nothing rude, I was ready with the trigger to say something rude.
I knew you were.
Get me
Yeah.
out of my misery.
But my example is
Yeah.
right.
One step closer to the grave.
One
Yeah,
step.
yeah.
I got one. Tax breaks.
Yeah.
You're an old man,
But literally not paying your tax in March and April or whatever it is, February, March. It's a touch.
What?
So did you say tax? Did you say tax breaks?
Yeah.
Like you don't pay your council tax if you pay in 10 months.
Oh, you're on about council tax.
yeah.
That's what I do in
That's
February.
That's not a tax break.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's what I
you
thought you
pay
meant.
it all up, don't you? Still,
Yeah,
you still pay the same amount.
Didn't-
Keep
Does
watching the
that for me.
podcast for interesting tax things.
Nah, that's honestly when I get to February, March, and then I wonder why there's so much more in the shared account. I'm like, oh, I don't pay tax these 2
Guys,
months.
I thought we were on the cusp of finding out Stuart was like a tax fraud or
No.
something.
I pay my tax, guys. So like household appliances, for example. So you know, like if your Hoover's knackered, and you get a new Hoover, and you're like, "Whoa, that's the cleanest my carpet's ever looked."
Yeah.
Go on.
Frying pans,
Yeah.
pots and stuff.
Oh, stainless
I like
steel.
that.
Stainless steel.
I just got a ninja frying pan.
This
and-
is this is a prime
the
example of what I'm
ninjas.
talking about.
Not
when
sponsored.
we were 15, we didn't care about frying pans,
Nah,
but
mate.
now look at us.
didn't have to cook.
Ninja
Yeah.
frying pans. Anyone else?
wooden chopping
I
boards.
go,
Plants.
I
plants.
do like
Yeah.
a plant.
Yeah, I just got a cheese plant.
Can you eat it?
Oh,
you grate
like
it on your toast?
oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know what you mean.
It's called cheese as well. But when I got that, I was like, oh, this just makes my front room slap now.
like-
Let's
it's
go.
I think it's Monstera.
It worked.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. Yeah. I
This is
guess.
where people will rip me because I somehow people think that I seem to know all the Latin names of all of the plants.
Oh
Like,
god, here we go. Alan
he's,
Titmarsh.
he's calling it a cheese plant. I'm calling it a Monstera, but I don't know the names of like the proper.
Yeah, but
Latin
you did.
Names.
That's what happened.
Pash brought it. Pash
Yeah,
brought it.
Pash brought it round and turned up with this plant for Rich. I think you were there as well, Jack.
Yeah, I was there,
Yeah. And walked in with it, and then he just called it something generic, and then you were just like, oh, I've got one of these in the other room, Mr. Monstera. We can never do it. No,
everyone went-
I can't. I know it so little. I can't even joke about it. But you know the full name.
It was a Monstera, yeah. But plants are good. You're right.
Plants are great. Yeah.
My good
Oxygen.
example is dishwasher. So when I moved into my house, my dishwasher wouldn't get warm, but we just firmed it and kept using it. So plates would come out covered still, but I'm using my dishwasher, so I'd wipe them down. So if anyone's ate there in my first year of living there, you've had a shit plate.
I've had this thought in my brain where you've put it in the dishwasher, it's come out still covered, and you've just gone, well, I'm not putting it through again. We're in off that.
No,
Let's
it would
pour
come
it
out
in the cupboard.
it would come out half clean, and that would get a rinse under the tap in the cupboard.
Stu,
But I
Stu,
got a
Stu,
new dishwasher.
Stu, can I tell you something? I think that is disgraceful.
And it is disgraceful. But I'm firm in the dishwasher. But guys, I've had a new one for a long time now. But yeah, very excited when those.
Yeah, but don't rely on the dishwasher, bro. If it comes out dirty clean,
No,
you're
my
right.
plates come out hot now. They're cooked when they come out of the dishwasher now. They're steamy, clean. Anyone else?
Good knives.
Good
Yeah.
knives,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Good
When
knives.
it's
knives.
like butter for
No,
everything.
no, it's not
butter.
good knives. It's sharp knives.
Yeah.
Sharp
knives.
knives is what does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what really gets the butter going.
So we've got.
How about you in the comments? How old are you?
Okay, that's weird. So we've got.
You want to come and see my sharp knives?
Oh my,
That's
my-
not
come
what-
see my cheese plant.
Monstera.
That was weird, actually. So we've got plant, frying pan, dishwasher. Did you guys come up with one?
I didn't, but
Your gym's coming together. Is that an example, maybe?
no, not really. I
Alright.
guess it is stuff like that. There's not really like a thing so much, but yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
What about nice chopping boards?
Yeah.
Chopping boards, chopper boards.
Oh,
I
mate.
don't really get excited about that.
Chopping boards.
I got a new one for Christmas. I was pretty happy.
Stainless steel pans. I know I've said it before, but
Yeah.
honestly, they are so sick. When you
Being able to control your own heating in
You,
your house.
you are the thermostat.
You are. I am the master of heat and
So you never
control.
put it on.
Master of heat.
Yeah, exactly. You can't tell me to put it on. I'm not paying for it.
Hike Light sets his heat into 30 and opens all the windows at winter.
No,
Because he's in charge. He's in charge
No,
of his
because you
heating.
guys have been around mine.
Yeah,
It's rich.
freezing.
Freezing in your house. Bro, coats stay on.
Baltic.
Yeah, you are a bit like weird with it.
Baltic.
And you're in shorts and t-shirt.
I understand why you were unhappy about not having control of your own heating in the past, because you want it how no one wants it. You must be a nightmare to live with.
I'm a furnace. I just burn up, dude. It's like that. My perfect temperature.
that's what you
is-
like,
is
it's what
the
you like.
cold.
To be fair, in the workday, I am the same. Stu will vouch for me on this. Like in the workday, the aircon is like on for
Yeah.
like a good 40% of the
Yeah.
day, regardless.
Keeps
of
you
the time
alert,
of
though.
year.
Guys, on that, we are going to have to pause real quick. So come straight back for more talk bits. Fun.
You're the advert.
Hey, what up YouTube? It's your boy Jay Dizzle! And we're back at it again with another YouTube challenge. Today I'm gonna do a triple backflip off my nan's 3-story house. If you don't see me in next week's video, you know where I am, 6 foot under the ground. Woo! Anyway, if you like the stuff that we're doing on the 4-bit channel, not my own stuff, make sure to follow, you sign up for the Patreon. It really helps us out, really helps us create the videos that you love to see. But that's it from me, YouTube.
Hi, welcome back to 4-bit.
Talk bits. Okay. Guys, welcome back to Talk Bits, a podcast by the 4-bit crew. Here they all are. Whee. Let's go. Hey. I've deliberately been putting in a few more closest wins games. The Weasons.
Wow, I've done this.
Do you know when you got your group of friends and they don't let anything slip? They'll catch you on all of it. I put in more games because we need to catch Rich up. It's strategic, okay? I need to keep it interesting. But Rich, if you win,
What,
you
are we
get further
going again?
ahead. Yeah. You get further ahead.
Another round.
So think of
Time
it
to lose.
positively.
Time to
Closest
lose again.
wins, round 2 of podcast number 10. Pod 10, guys. We're
Let's
doing
go.
stuff now, aren't we? Pod 10.
Oh,
20 weeks
Yeah,
worth.
this should be a celebratory episode.
Pod 10.
I saw this stat years ago, and I can't remember what the stat is, but it was something like. No, it was. I
I can't remember what it is.
I
I'm
thought
just
that
gonna
was gonna be-
bullshit
No,
what it was,
no.
just to tell you.
Yeah, it's something like the vast majority of podcasts don't get past the 10th one or the 15th one, something
Yeah.
like that. It was a low.
This is
number.
our last
Yeah,
podcast.
I know what you're talking
You
about.
know what I'm saying?
I hope you enjoy it because this is the last one.
We're out of bits.
Yeah.
We're out of bits.
So we have actually got to 10 as a big achievement.
We made it. Good stuff. We're all
Well
still
done.
friends.
Well done, Richard.
Well done, everyone.
Yeah, well done.
Congratulations.
Great work.
Well
Great
done.
work.
Good stuff,
Yeah.
guys. Really
Yeah,
proud.
Great work.
Oh,
Great work.
Right, honestly.
Oh god,
yeah.
that's normal. Yep.
Yeah.
Great work.
Yeah.
Good work, Robbie.
Robbie, great work. Where did you get your drip from?
Madrid.
Yeah.
He's made it. He's
Where?
Got it from Germany, mate.
Temu.
What?
Guys, Timo is Timo.
Timo.
That's League of Legends. Temu is
Temu?
legit. So I didn't trust it, but Robbie's out.
Right. Okay. This is a great. I'm glad you brought this up.
Okay. Closest wins is coming. Just stand by.
Temu or Temu?
Temu.
Or
Write
Temu.
it down in the comments.
Please leave a comment because
And we'll try to
right.
read it the way you're
so
saying it.
Robbie and Stuart don't think that they have Norfolk accents, but they don't even realise when it's coming through. Temu is Norfolk.
Timo.
Temu.
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 You're Temu. He's Temu.
Do people
They're
know
both-
what
they're-
Timon and Pumbaa.
They're
Do people
both
know what
wrong.
Temu is? What is Temu?
I think
People
they've posted
know
enough
what
adverts.
Temu is.
Oh, okay. Because
In case you don't, just Google it.
But can I just as the lawyer of the pod, I'm not actually the lawyer of the pod, but just carrying on that joke, I would not trust TV personally.
yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Twice and
I don't trust it. It all looks too good to be true, but he looks
look-
great today.
I've,
looks like a movie star.
My
movie
housemates, and I'm speaking broadly, that's not quite accurate, but the people I live with have both used Temu, and the
Temu.
products have arrived as described, and I'm talking 4 to 6 different orders here. Not one fail.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Slow delivery,
I've just
It's come from
heard
China.
super slow delivery, but
I've heard they're
that's
like.
the only thing.
I've heard some stuff. I can't remember. I don't really put too much attention into it, to be honest. I don't really care. I don't really use it. But I've heard some like stuff in the ether about it, how it's like bit dodge. But I don't know what those things are.
Yeah,
What have you heard?
just that
Child
people's
labour.
cards are getting charged and stuff.
Ah, I see.
But this is all hearsay, right? What do we know?
It's like Wish, isn't it? Is that the same thing?
yeah, but Wish is a dodgy one.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, Wish is damn right dodgy.
You know, wish when you like you're
Honestly.
dying and you want John Cena to come and
it just birthed
Say
a great,
it.
yeah,
For you.
birthed a
That's-
great meme. No,
that's the Make-A-Wish
that's
Foundation.
Make-A-Wish.
I'll make a wish. Sorry, but
Are you,
I don't
being, are you
know.
being serious then?
yeah.
I thought you were doing a bit.
No.
Yeah, I'm doing a bit.
We're going to play closest.
Oh, God.
We're not making it past pod 10. We're going to play closest wins, round 2 of pod 10. This is a bit of a random one. How many rooms does the White House have?
Oh my goodness.
I want to know how many, and that is all rooms. That includes your bedrooms, your bathrooms, your kitchens. I'm not just talking about bedrooms, okay? How many rooms does the White House have?
How big is the White House?
It's pretty big.
It is pretty big.
It's like 3 stories, I think, isn't it?
I haven't got that
3 or
much
4
facts, to be
stories?
I've
honest.
only read the first one. Hey.
Hey, yo.
And the basement.
So let's have a think.
Probably has.
Yeah,
Bunker.
The panic room.
basements.
I reckon this number's going to be quite high. He's drawn a diagram.
That's the Pentagon. That's the Pentagon.
Pentagon.
Yeah, you got the wrong one. Hey.
Pentagon.
I have.
No, we don't live in America,
You're drawing
guys,
the
alright?
Pentagon instead of the White House.
Yeah, they say Pentagon.
Yeah, I drew the
don't they?
Pentagon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, whoops.
okay.
Never mind.
Yeah, but the only
White
issue
House,
is, Rich, you drew a hexagon.
Oh, give me a break. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did. Drew too many sides.
Did you know they actually burned down the White House once?
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Canada did it once.
Yeah, I think British did it once as well.
Let's go.
Come on!
Yes. Ain't got as many.
I could be wrong with that. I don't know if that happened.
Ain't got as many rooms now, do they? It's one big one.
It's just,
It's giving me a
just like
headache.
a dance studio. Just a massive room. How many
Okay.
rooms does the White House have?
Oh, goodness.
Shall I?
No, Rich hasn't
Are we
written
ready?
down yet.
Rich is still drawing.
Jesus,
He's still drawing.
Buckingham Palace is like 500 odd.
How many states has America?
could be wrong.
52.
51
Is it 52
or 2, I
51?
don't know.
There's
something like
50. They have
50
50
Do you
states.
think there's a
Oh.
room for each state?
Yeah, I'm just going to do that.
Oh, I get your thinking. Clever. All right.
A room for each.
I get it.
To be fair,
Do
I'm
you?
not that far.
I understand what he's gone for.
Do you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know
a
if it's good.
A room for each state.
Remember, he said
Well, I do
bathrooms
know
and
if it's
stuff.
good.
Yeah, but even if there's a room for
Yeah.
each state, if the logic is room
We'll
for
see.
each state, you haven't added on bathrooms,
No,
lobbies,
no.
halls, meeting rooms.
Guys, it's
White
not a
House is
room for each state.
15.
It's just, it's a big house. There's probably about 50 rooms.
Yeah,
so-
now that I've said mine out loud, my number's going up.
Okay.
No.
He didn't reveal, so we're good.
No, it's probably got 10.
Work through the reasoning and then
Yeah, my number's going up.
going up.
It's going up.
My number is also going slightly up.
7.
All right, ready?
Yeah, he looked at mine and now he's changing
No,
it.
no.
You've all
I
pressured each other into
I did-
thinking
no,
you're wrong.
can't
You,
go
you've all
above
got
me.
no idea.
No, I won't. Robbie,
doubled my number.
Robbie told
Wow.
me how many rooms he has in his
house?
place,
Yeah, 6,
and then I was
7.
like, "Well, I'm gonna put mine up."
Yeah.
It was when I started saying lobbies, meeting rooms, bathrooms, and then I was like, oh wow, this
Oh,
number's
wow.
going to be
Yeah.
big.
All right, are we ready?
Go for it.
80.
Nice.
815.
Well, here comes the abuse in the comments again.
A classic
Anyway,
Rob special.
yeah. Rob's on a town.
50. Get out there.
200.
200.
What did you put, Hike?
80.
Okay. There's 132 rooms.
Oh,
Let's
Hype's
go.
Yeah, you are closer.
I thought it was quite close.
Oh, if I wouldn't have doubled, I would have had it.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have.
Oh, that's sad times.
Same.
We're back,
Hype's on
baby.
5, 1 behind Rich.
One
Why was I close, though?
behind Richard.
Were you here when he did the whole thing?
How many
Would you hear when he said the number?
That's like 8 White Houses or 7. That links me on. That's a nice little... Is it called a segue? That's what it's called.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's called a segue.
Have you lot seen White House Down?
Sorry?
you
Isn't
seen-
it Black Hawk Down?
No, White House Down.
and there's Olympus has fallen.
Olympus.
Olympus.
Olympius.
Have you guys seen the film?
These are films that I've seen
Yeah, I've
pass
seen them.
through my screen
Which one's which? Which one's got
Yeah,
Jay Butler
at one
in?
point in my life, but these are not films that I've watched.
Channing Tatum's in White House Down.
Okay, Jay Butler's in the other one then.
So no one's seen it.
Nah.
So I'm going to
Nah.
be really honest. I was hoping you lot had seen it
I
so that
have.
we could talk about it
Oh, I've
because
seen
I
it.
can't remember. Robbie, here we go.
Move on. Delete the point.
No. Robbie, go on. Robbie, seen it.
You haven't asked me any questions about what
Did you think it was good?
Well, the other one was better because that had sequels to it. This one's just a standalone with Channing Tatum.
Okay.
It's pretty shit.
Righto.
Cool.
Love
We're going to
that.
move on to the next. Thanks,
Yeah, delete.
thanks
Yeah.
for Robbie's in-depth analysis.
That wasn't a good film. Really.
It wasn't good.
No.
Well, it got 6 point.
It's reminded me about the film Law Abiding Citizen, though. Has anyone seen that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Years ago,
It's
though.
not about what you know, it's about what you can prove in court. Classic
yeah.
line.
Oh, and he brings it back at the end, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
plays
Oh,
it
I
back
have
on
seen
the
it.
detective. Yeah.
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 Well, in that case,
film.
then
That's a good
we're
film.
in the grand finale.
The grand
The
finale.
grand finale. It's that guy over the table. He's going on another adventure.
I did need to go to the
Oh.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
He's got to go.
When
He's
someone's got to go,
He's
they
gone.
got to go.
He's gone.
Oh no, he's coming back.
Well, I have 3 in the chamber. I just don't know which one to do. So should I do? Should I give you a choice? Would you like a choice, or would you like
We can
me-
vote.
Yeah, I suppose say the
Like to
words
do a
and
vote?
then we'll vote on them.
Okay, the first one is Irish.
Ooh.
The second one is clavicle. And the third one is gay times 2. and non-derogatory.
Yeah, it's not like
It's not
It's not like
Just,
homophobic.
just
No,
so
of
it's
course
just
not.
Jack's
Do you know? I
personal
don't
life.
think anyone would have thought that, but now they are.
No, but there's some people that you'd think like, oh, all guy podcasts are all going to be weird. It is actually a very touching
No one's
story.
saying any of this.
They are. I can see them.
Lads.
I think we should. Just
Get out of my head. Right, take a vote.
This really is going to be our last podcast.
Irish,
'Cause he's-
yeah, we just got banned.
Yeah.
Irish clavicle.
I keep thinking that you wanted to say I wish.
Oh, back to the.
Irish.
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 Alright, so Irish clavicle or gay times 2.
we got gay times.
Gay times 2.
It's not even.
Let's not, I don't want to bring it back up another episode. Like, just we need to get it out now.
Sure,
just
sure.
get it out.
Sure. All right. So look, as you know, context. If you're first time watching this, I've been lots of places and whatnot, and met lots of different people. Right. So for some reason, no matter where I've gone in the world, I've always had a really good, pretty much gay best friend. Right. So
Just do your Norfolk gay
no.
best friend.
Let me go through them. So I didn't have one in Japan, so it kind of skipped a beat there. But in Canada, I had a gay best friend. In university, I had a gay best friend, and then obviously here we've got Richard, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I don't really know why. It's just a thing, right? I mean, straight, gay, whatever, right? But just for some reason, the person that I've just connected with the most just so happens to also be gay. So in university was the one where, like, he was...
Maybe Nathan.
Nice. Got him.
Come on.
So in university, I had a friend, and we hung out and such, and he was the type that was very in tune with the scene, right? So would go to the gay clubs and all that sort of stuff, but was into some of that sort of deeper stuff as well. So one time he was like, "Yeah, I've been to many gay clubs. Or the top floor's all good, but then downstairs there's baths." I'm like, oh, why are there baths? What are they for? A bath in the middle of a club?
Wash.
Yeah.
So no, water sports. You know what, like riding in a what's a polo? You're playing polo or something down there? It's no. Oh, I don't think you understand. So then I knew it was for something. Don't look that up. For something else, right? And he was into these sorts of things.
Wait,
right?
but just pause on that part of the story. What, in the club they'd have this?
Downstairs in the basement area,
Well,
underground.
but this is like a private thing, or is it like anyone goes in there and uses it?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem very hygienic.
No. I don't know that, but this is what he was saying to me, and I've heard some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Now, this is the first, gay sort of friend that I had, and he was I've learned so many things about that sort of side of the world. He just so happened to be a furry as well.
Okay.
Do you know what that is, Richard? You ever heard of a furry before?
I've heard of.
Why did you go Australia?
So direct. It's like, have you heard of that before?
Yeah. And he was into like leather and such. So he had this thing
Bondage.
on the floor where you get in it, right?
Oh my goodness.
And you put
called a cellar.
you put a Hoover inside of it, and you suck all the air out,
Oh, and it
and you're like,
okay.
yeah. So this was my first experience having a
Were you
gay
in
best
it?
friend. No.
Oh,
Yeah, did you have a
you
go?
said this was. You
I
said
once wore
this is
some
my
We're
first
not curious
experience.
to see what it feel like.
No, this was like I had this friend, and I was just, but my world was blown with things I just never knew before about like sexuality and such, right? And it was a crazy time. It kind of reaffirmed my own sexuality, to be honest with you, but like, yeah, it was such a weird experience. And then in university, and I don't talk to him anymore.
But
Why?
he's just giving you insights into that that side of
Yeah,
sexuality.
and it
Or-
was
or maybe
honestly
what-
very interesting, to be honest with you.
I sort of just go back a sentence. I said that side of sexuality, what he got up to.
Yeah.
In whatever circles he was in.
Yeah. It's
That's not to say they all do that.
No, of course, because the second story of having a gay best friend was in Canada, where actually I feel really, really bad about this, because I met him, we were in the same company or whatever, and it's just a random dude, likes baseball, this sort of stuff. And you know, sometimes when you're bantering with your mates, I felt so bad at this, because when you're bantering with your mates, it's like, whatever, what, you're a gay boy or whatever, right? And he goes, yeah, I am. And I go, whatever, dude, like, sure.
You of all people would hate that. Like, if you're saying that and then not realising,
Yeah.
and then you would feel so
Knowing
guilty.
that I
yeah.
got washed with guilt.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but I didn't just double down, I tripled down.
You played it 3
I've
times.
done it a third
Yeah,
time.
because I was like,
didn't.
nah, you're gay, dude. And he's like, no, Jack, I genuinely am gay. I'm like,
Oh shit.
and then it hit me,
All like a train.
washed over me, and I was
Yeah.
like, I am so
Yeah.
sorry. Like, the first thing that came to my head, and I was like, oh, that's insensitive. This is like, you didn't seem gay or whatever, like something like that. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Jesus. I'm like, I'm in this, I was just washed with guilt. Anyway, he became a really good friend of mine. He wasn't into any of that side of sexuality or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just a bloke, right? And we did lots of stuff together. He drove me all places, like baseball games, and we were just friends, right? We're just friends. However,
Okay. I thought
story
there was going to be a however here.
the story concludes like this. We were friends, still are. I don't really talk to him anymore. But at the very last point in Canada, where I was leaving, he said, "Let's." We've always been to this particular restaurant. We get steaks there. It's a really great place. So he was like, he was
We're
like,
all on
So
bated
Dick-
breath, aren't we?
yeah.
We're all in
can't
now.
wait to hear
Tell
the
us.
He said, yeah, let's just, you know what? Let's go get a steak meal, last meal. Let's just do it. It's going to be great.
Just the
So we
two
had
of you?
this. We had, yeah, just the two. Well, there wasn't it wasn't deep because we were just friends, right?
Yeah.
I'd go out with any of you guys and have a meal, right? So we went and had this meal, and right at the end of it, he goes, Jack, I need to tell you something.
At that point, you knew.
And I go, it's all right. I know. And he goes, I know what you are. I know that you're straight and everything. But Jack, this entire time I've known you, I've been in love with you.
Really?
In love.
Yeah.
It's not just a
A
I
crush.
like you.
Yeah.
No.
It was like I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
How long?
That's strong.
How long were you like? How long was?
I was
the whole...
in Canada for 2 years, and I pretty much knew him for 2 years.
Oh wow.
The entire time.
He must have been dying inside.
Yeah, but
Imagine.
This is the other thing. It's like, like I'm sure people want to tell all the stories under the world or make jokes about this sort of stuff, but my heart sank for him because we had been great friends and all this sort of stuff, and this entire time he's had these feelings.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he knows he can do nothing with them, right? Because he
Yeah.
knows who I am.
He could have turned you.
Hey.
Yeah,
You never know.
There's always a challenge.
Yeah, certainly with you.
You haven't learned, have you?
I thought you were going to come out with that joke that we pulled in the Street Fighter video. I've always liked your dick.
No, no. Go watch that. But no, he.
What's the name of the video?
The name of the video is "I hired a pro coach to secretly destroy my friends."
Just so everyone who's watching knows, I'm going to train them to stop saying the names of the games, not the names of the videos.
Oh, fair point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I will train you.
So he said, "Look, this entire time I've loved you," and I was like, "I'm really flattered, and honestly, I'm just so touched with the fact that you've had the strength to be able to tell me, because that's got to take some guts, knowing that the other person doesn't have any feelings towards that in any sort of sense whatsoever." And I just said, look, you've been a great friend, all this sort of stuff. It doesn't change. And he said, this doesn't change anything. Everything that we've done together wasn't because I felt this way, because I didn't feel this way all this time. I felt it throughout, like afterwards. But I was just like, I just said, I know it doesn't change anything. You'll always be my mate. I don't really speak to him anymore, but like, it just really blew me away. I knew it. Me and my mate knew it, but don't make a joke.
It's your choice of language. You do it on purpose.
No, I didn't.
How dare you
No,
look
I
around
didn't.
the room? You do it on purpose. He blew me out of this world.
Yeah. And then he took me down to the back end and ripped me up.
Then we went up to the bar, went in the basement.
It touched
Had a
me-
bath together.
touched me so deeply. He says, and then moments later, it's like,
Yeah, well, anyway, so a bit of a different story. Not something so funny per se or something so adventurous, but I have in my life had multiple friends, best friends at the time in which I was with them, that just so happened to be gay, and one of them was actually deeply in love with me.
Do you think there was, because love can make you do crazy things, do you think there was a smallest part of him, a 0.01% that went, just maybe if I say it, this is my last chance?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's
no.
what made him
Yeah,
not,
cool. Yeah.
not just to say it.
Yeah, but that's
he was,
normal.
Yeah.
No.
That would be
Yeah.
normal for anyone.
He
in
also
that
knows that he
scenario.
wouldn't see him again for a while, so it's
Or ever.
not making it
Yeah.
awkward.
yeah, if it all went south,
Yeah.
then
If you were in that position, if someone was moving away and you felt that way about them, you'd much rather have the closure of them knowing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
the
not going to
closure.
see him
Do you know
again.
what I
having
mean?
a punt, having a
Yeah.
punt, yeah.
Yeah, but what if they said, I like you back, and then, oh no, I'm still going though because then my visa's run out.
Well,
So then it's
they-
going to be
then
like
they
more
would've-
heartbroken.
Yeah, they would have just had a conversation about how do we make this work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I don't. Yeah, but it's just a strange thing. And now, obviously,
Do you reckon he watches the podcast? Do you reckon he's seen 4-bit on your channel, on your socials? Sorry.
I still have him on Facebook, I think, but I don't think he follows any of his socials or anything like that. But sound guy, man. We used to just go watch baseball, to get some meals and such. He's just a top guy. It was just a.
Did it all in retrospect now? Did it always feel platonic?
No, me and one of my other friends, we kind of knew.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Like a little bit through. We had sat there and it basically said the way he acts towards me is like tiny bit different. Like
Enough.
a tiny bit different enough. And we
yeah.
knew he was gay.
Yeah.
After that horrible announcement of it all. But but we kind of, there was something there, right?
signs.
There was something there.
That was a good Hikes adventure. That was good.
It's a bit of a tearjerker for those that might, you know.
Don't you dare. Richard,
You
I'm
do it on
fed up.
purpose, I swear.
Act your age, Richard. Act your age.
Yeah, it's just some of the words you've used, mate. Just so funny.
Yeah.
Rich,
Rich, I know.
what I want you to do is wrap this one up for us. Come on.
Wrap up close.
With
Wrap
Pod
up Hikes
10,
Adventures.
that's a wrap.
Oh, that's a wrap.
Oh,
That is it.
no, you can tell us about his gay story.
That's in the next one,
how
right?
did you come out?
God's sake. Right.
Anyway, yeah, close up, man.
Yeah, that's the end of Pod 10. Hope you enjoyed Hikes Adventures and all the other bits we talked about. Like, subscribe, you know all that stuff. Check out the description. You can see our Patreon as well. All right, see you in the next one.
See you next time.
Angus.
Peace.
Bye.